The final presentation for this evening is a collaborative effort by Fernanda Velázquez Córdova, Stephen Randall, Brandon Riley, Frank Sheffield, and Jack Thompson. An international student from Mexico, Fernanda joined the SSFS community in 2016 as a 9th grader. Planning to pursue studies in hospitality and hotel management, Fernanda has been extended a School of Tourism and Hospitality student scholarship to Temple University in Philadelphia. When pressed for a fun fact, Fernanda shared, "When I was 7, I didn't know what a razor was, and I accidentally shaved off half of my left eyebrow." She also added that this presentation is inspired by my friend, Ben Uzel, and the strong sense of unity from the class of 2020, and is dedicated to all seniors around the world who lost their last days of senior year, as well as to my aunt, uncle, and mom for their endless support. Stephen joined the SSFS community in 2013 as a 6th grader. This fall, he will move from Sandy Spring, Maryland to Western Pennsylvania to enroll at the University of Pittsburgh in order to study computer science and cybersecurity. While Stephen's first fun fact was that he liked to dance, when pressed for something a little more self-deprecating, he confessed, "Only people who went to middle school with me know this. I'm actually quite clumsy, and in 6th grade, there wasn't a single recess where I didn't fall in mud." Stephen would like to dedicate this presentation to the senior class as it was inspired by Ben and the class of 2020. Brandon joined the SSFS community in 2010 as a 3rd grader. In the fall, this Westminster Marylander is bound for the town of Henrietta in the Rochester, New York metropolitan area to study new media design at Rochester Institute of Technology. When pressed for an interesting piece of personal trivia, Brandon shared, "The summer after 8th grade, I was on a camping trip where one day I hiked over 30 miles. He added, "This presentation is dedicated to the senior class and all that we've been through, and to Ben Uzel, an inspiration to all of us for his ambition and compassion." Frank joined the SSFS community in 2017 as a 10th grader. This fall, Frank will pack up his parka and move from Washington, D.C. to beautiful but chilly Northfield, Minnesota to study at Carleton College. An ABC Diversity Scholarship recipient, Frank plans to pursue a pre-med track as he aspires to be a doctor who positively impacts people around the world. A 3-time varsity letter winner on our championship Beast basketball team, this scholar athlete hopes to further his playing career as a member of the Knights basketball squad. Here's a fun fact. In 3rd or 4th grade, he can't remember, for reasons that will now be revealed, Frank ran into a wall during recess. He attributes that moment to triggering his genius. Frank's original project involved the privilege of shadowing at the famed Johns Hopkins University. Alas, the ramifications brought about by COVID-19 prevented him from fulfilling this dream opportunity. Nonetheless, Frank added, "I would personally like to dedicate my efforts to any and all future patients that I encounter. Conceptualizing my original project allowed me to further my interest in the medical field and set me up for future success. It was inspired by physician Jamie Schwartz, a SSFS parent who made it possible. I'd like to thank my family who have always given me unwavering support. I'd also like to thank my beloved SSFS community along with Ben Uzel, who constantly empower and motivate me towards success." Last, alphabetically only, Jack joined the SSFS community in 2011 as a 4th grader. A Sandy Spring, Maryland resident, Jack will pack up his things along with a Dean's Scholarship and head west this fall to Orange, California to study film production at Chapman University's Dodge College. Fun fact, there aren't many things Jack can cook, but he claims to make a mean grilled cheese. Fittingly, Jack would also like to dedicate this presentation to the strength of the senior class and the life of Benjamin Uzel. Without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to turn things over to this fabulous quintet. Frank, please feel free to share your presentation at this time. The stage is yours, friend.
Good evening, everyone. Our project is made up by Fernanda Velázquez, Jack Thompson, Stephen Randall, Brandon Riley, and myself, Frank Sheffield. Our senior passion project is called Stronger Together, Bonded Forever, and it is composed of 2 parts. One is a creative memoir dedicated to the senior class, and the other is a video montage that includes footage from our past 4 years of high school. It also includes interviews with students from the class of 2020 that were successfully organized through Zoom. We deeply appreciated our time at SFS, and we wanted to celebrate and remember the memories despite the circumstances.
We would like to start by sharing a quote written by George Fox that says, "I saw also that there was an ocean of darkness and death, but an infinite ocean of light and love which flowed over the ocean of darkness." We think that this quote is suitable to what seniors around the world are experiencing. Our time together was shortened by the coronavirus. It took away our last 3 months together and many senior traditions we were all looking forward to since freshman year. It hurts to know we don't get that, at least not in the conventional way, but there is still unity and love within our class that has helped us get through these months.
For the memoir, we created a survey in which our class chose to share either a message, a piece of art, or pictures from their time at Sandy Spring. We used InDesign to compile these special memories, photos, and messages in order to highlight the amazing experiences that brought us closer together at Sandy Spring. One of the things we struggled with was getting full participation from our peers. Senioritis is still a thing, even in the virtual world, and we had to remind people to fill out the form.
An example of a page with a message to the class is from Marina Pedigo. She wrote, "While our class might not have been able to hold prom or have our senior trip or even walk across the stage, we have to remember that we are not alone. All the seniors in high school or college across the world are feeling the disappointment and sadness we are. One of the biggest things I can share is that while we might be disappointed and far away from one another right now, as Dory says, we just have to keep on swimming." Just because we are in a global pandemic doesn't mean we need to stop everything. It just means we need to get creative about how to connect with one another. As of right now, the light is shining on us to see how we will come together and make the best of what we got. We need to check in and see how our loved ones are doing and make sure they know we care about them. Coming together through tough times not only makes it easier, but overall makes it more enjoyable. If history has anything to say of it, we will all eventually get through this and have one hell of a story to share through it.
An example of a page with a piece of art is from Adeline Doggin. She shared a painting made by her called Try that she is representative of her growth through fluidity. It symbolizes the journey from her childhood to the present.
An example of a page with pictures is from Hank Chen. As we all know, Hank loves science. He is the founder and programmer of the Robotics Club at SFS. He loves working with his team and designing robots for competitions. They have gone to the Maryland State Championships together and received an award from the FTC judges. His favorite moment was spending restless nights with his teammates right before the competition testing the robot.
As Frank said at the beginning, we created a video for the class of 2020. This is meant to be a gift for our class that highlights some of our favorite moments together and interviews about the transition to online learning. We hope this video reminds our class about the great experiences at Sandy Spring we got together. The video embraces togetherness and reminds the class of 2020 of the past 4 years as a community, and it commemorates our time with Ben.
At first, it was a bit hard to transition from my original idea for a promotional video for the Senior Projects program to interviews over video chat. Originally, I had some trouble figuring out how to conduct these interviews that would make it the easiest to record, but I quickly got the hang of it. The part I most enjoyed about making this video was being able to talk to my classmates one-on-one and hear their thoughts on what makes our class such a strong group. It was also really nice to receive people's videos they had taken with their friends all the way from freshman year, because that brought back a lot of memories I had forgotten about. And now we will show the video.
Is it excited to finish off with my friends.
That's a hard question. I mean, I want to say prom, but I don't know if that's really true.
My senior soccer season.
The walk to the meeting house.
I was excited for like the last of everything, like the last first day of school, the last time we hear the George Fox song, like all of those things, but also the firsts that come with being a senior.
Getting to just hang out with my friends that last couple of weeks and knowing that that was going to be it. And unfortunately, we didn't end up having that.
It was a pretty easy transition at first. I was doing really well with consistency and keeping up with my work and stuff.
I would say it's pretty tricky. I think I was really good at the start, sort of continuing my being pretty organized.
It's made me have a lot more responsibility.
Because of internet problems, I've been having to go up to my local Starbucks for Wi-Fi. So there have been a lot of kind of changes, but thankfully teachers adapted too, kind of changed the classroom model, and I appreciate that.
My favorite thing about our senior class, our diversity, our strength.
Thoughtful and mature. Everyone in our grade, it feels like, has been around in SSFS for such a long time. I think my favorite part about our grade is we're just so friendly.
We defy all these labels and we defy all these expectations that other schools, I feel like, would be barriers for success. And we just sort of just lean into it and let it guide us, because we're not afraid of succeeding and we're not afraid of what other people will think. And also just the strength aspect, because we've gone through so much in these last 2 years of our high school experience. I think especially last year with the passing of Ben, it showed that we weren't afraid to lean on each other for help, for a sense of stability.
I remember one of our few interactions that we had. I held the door open for him, going in the same direction that he holds the next door open for me. Thank you, you're welcome. Thank you, you're welcome.
He just would always put a positive spin on negative things, and it just changed my perspective.
You can look back throughout your years in upper school and pick out experiences from intercessions or any of the various experiences that we've had as students, and you can find an experience with almost everybody in the grade.
I think given everything that we've had to go through, has really proven our resilience. I think this class has been through a lot, not only this year, but through all 4 years. And I think specifically the fact that we've been able to bounce back and knowing how great the people in this class are, I think it really shows that we are stronger together.
Stronger together.
Stronger together.
Stronger together.
Stronger together.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. We would like to thank the Senior Project Committee for the opportunity and the support, Eduardo for helping us shape our project and stay productive and positive during this hard time. Lastly, we would like to thank the class of 2020 for participating in our project. As a gift to the senior class, on June 6th, the memoir and video montage will be given to the class in celebration of our time together. We truly are a class that is stronger together and bonded forever. Thank you.